Yeah, I need to turn this fan off. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. My name's Kaoti, and thanks for coming for me. That's real good. Good little people. Well, I don't know why I'm like dumbing you on the radio. I'm not ready, so hell yeah. There it is. Okay, guys, I prepared a speech. You may not believe this. It may be absolute shock. But I have struggled with my mental health for a really long time. I'm being serious, guys. Serious mode. Not the jazz band downstairs. Anyway, a couple years ago, during regular visits to the hospital, it was referred to as chronic. And I was like, wow, because 14-year-old KO, who everyone thought was just having a really bad puberty, would have felt very validated by that, because it's been a couple years since I've been 14, guys. There was a time I thought maybe it was just normal to spend most of your life not wanting to be here, and something I would just have to live with. Finally, I got the right help, the right support, and the right therapy, and I'm so beyond grateful for our NHS. It is just so underfunded. Yeah, give me a hear here. I started writing this project before my treatment, where I genuinely could not see a way out of how I was feeling. And this project was always meant to be something that would be released. It was not only an album release, but a release of the past. There was a time I debated whether even to release it all at all, because I was like, someone's going to call me attention-seeking, and I am! Or whether it was something I just wanted to write personally. And then I went through my therapy, and I could not believe I would ever fully have a life. Not only do I not want to leave it, I enjoy, I embrace, and I wake up excited every day. I promise I mean that. I just have autism, so sometimes the emotion doesn't come through. Yeah, shout out autism. Where am I up to? So that's why I decided to still publicly release it, so that anyone who's ever felt an inch of what I have felt can know your life and mindset can and will completely shift with the right help. I chose today, the 1st of May, because it is a Scorpio full moon, and my astrological baddies will know what that means, but I'll tell you, mere mortals. It is essentially like rebirth. Full moon is all about release, and that's what we're doing over here, so yeah. I'm so grateful to release the version of me that went through this project. I'm also like, I don't know her, what? It's also Beltane, which is an Irish welcoming of the sun. It's a welcoming of the light. It feels very symbolic, because as I release this pain, as I say a couple times in this project, the pain in my DNA, I'm referring to my Irish ancestry. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm just sad because like my people went through that, you know? It really is in like the DNA. By the end of this project, I realized life is full of possibility, and truly, with a little guidance, help, and devotion, you can create anything that you want in your life. And ultimately, we turn all the feelings into a party over here. So please have a dance. It's what the project was made for. Or a little shake, whatever's accessible to you. Whilst I can be a little hyper-independent DIY daddy, I would be nothing without my people, and therefore my art is nothing without them. Mum, if you're watching this, thanks for being the bravest and strongest and funniest woman I've ever met. Truly a testament to my character is how she helped me navigate the world. And like, my brothers and dad, you did your best. That's all I can ask. Thank you, Grim, wherever you are. The project would be nothing without you. Well, it would, but it would sound like a child playing Mario Kart. You really took the production to the next level, and I'm so grateful for you and just being my friend throughout this time. The universe put some things in place that we had a lot of time to cook together, and I just think it's a blessing. Thank you to Lawal, who is the feature on this project. When you hear the screaming, that is the homie. They are insanely talented, and having their presence made it unreal. Thank you to Maisie, Gamora, and Graham for joining the party today, and thank you for Crop Radio for having us here. Thank you to my partner who let me shift and change and heal and being honest with me and being like, calm down, girl. And letting me be a lot to handle sometimes, but never giving up and supporting me for everything. Thanks to everyone in group therapy, my therapist, my new besties. Jester's privilege is a homage to you because you're so silly, and even the saddest of baddies deserves a little silly time. Thank you to my gorgeous PA, Abby. Yeah, you've got filming right now. Thank you for being my hype woman. Thanks for keeping me grounded and keeping everything ticking behind the scenes. Love you so much. It's literally just us against the world, no label, no nothing. Thank you to Casper, wherever you are, for all of the graphics and all of the back and forth. We spent literal so much back and forth, just going over, making sure the artwork was perfect, and always just being the best at seeing my visions and making it unreal. Thanks for being my friend above all. Thanks to all my beautiful friends and my supporters, both old and new, who I am able to go through the flow of life with. And thank you everyone that's here for being here tonight. I think being off the phone is crucial in this weird current climate. Like, let's touch grass, let's hold hands consensually. This is what matters. This is why I perform. It's this moment. It's like me and you. Enjoy it, soak it in, and we can chat more after.
Let me get a pen. So what is it? Wasps? To speak of, to what? To speak of wasps, discard their stings? Oh wow, let me write that down. Why wasps? Well yeah, they do really sting, don't they? And then they get to just carry on? I like that. It's a good metaphor. We all have our wasps, don't we? We can get a bit stuck by them. I'm so proud of you, Ko, and you should be proud of yourself too. You really have come so far. You've thrown yourself into the program and got skilled up, and it shows. And what you're doing is amazing. Ko, I really think this is going to help a lot of people who are still suffering, because it's horrible, isn't it? And you know how it feels, so you can show them with your project, with your music, that you can understand that and you can improve your life. Oh gosh, it's just amazing. I think I'm gonna shed a tear. Do you mind if I shed a tear? Oh, well done, Ko. You've done amazing.
Some words from my therapist, but I protected her confidentiality.
Always been on the outside looking in, standing on the sidelines. How can I win? Always felt alien. Where do I fit in? Everything's a game to me. I don't remember saying I'd play.
Yeah, you shake them hips.
Out of mind, out of mind. Out of time, out of line. cause I'm born whispering it. Cry baby, so cry for me, I want you sad. I wanna find a way out of here. You make me sad so I shed a tear. Sometimes I wish I could disappear. What you want is my first time here. My first time on earth. And they expect perfection. So, enough. It makes me crazy. Are you proud of your little crybaby? So hopeless, so dreamless. I was in school searching for meaning. System wasn't made for me. Survivor most is the team. They be speaking their life plans whilst I'm learning how to breathe. They keep asking what do you wanna be? I just wanna be. I wanna find a way out of here. You made me sad so I shed a tear. Sometimes I wish I could disappear. What you want is my first time here. First time here, first time here, first time here, first time here. First time here. So, enough. It makes me crazy. Are you proud of your little crybaby? Pause, wait. How do I get to the motion? I don't know where I'm going. Spend so much I'm hoping I will never get older. I'm about to cover my way to the deep end. No life won't sink or swim. Suffocated by my own tears. Tell me it means nothing. My feelings meaningless. Sounds like a wasp waiting to sting. No antidote, just a hope. Why you not here? How to sing. I'm here, the world's my ocean, but sometimes I don't know how to stop myself from drowning. I wanna find a way out of here. It makes me sad, so I shed. Sometimes I wish I could disappear. What you want is my first time here. First time here, 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 first time here. Stop. Enough. It makes me crazy. Are you proud of your little crybaby?
Hello, we're coming to you live, Crop Radio, and there's a request to turn the mic up, but I don't know how to do that. So now what do we do? How do you turn it up? Live on Crop Radio, everybody, Kaoti launch party. There it is. Should probably learn how to do one of these things. Okay, should we do a little like together moment? We're gonna get down and we're gonna jump on the drop. I'll command you through it. 'Cause why not? Why not jump? It's good for serotonin. I don't trust anyone except you.
The hell controls my fate.
I'm staring into the sun. These kids talking about my wake. They don't know what I've done. They don't know where I've been. They don't know what I've done. Okay, okay. Everybody say okay. Everybody get in line, What game can we play?
Snakes and ladders take your place.
Ready?
Everyone's
Choosing climb or pain. Get low, got trust in. Get low, Jim. Sorry, Grim. To all these that I can't see you. Are you low? Go as low as you can go. Love to hate. Ready? Love to hate, 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 hate. It's coming. Ready? And jump!
Drop it.
Hey, 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 hey! This one's in the hips. Oh no, it's not yet. Heard what you said about me. Yeah, I've seen it all.
Typing up my name.
That's a close call. I don't play with snakes lightly. They just fall. I need water.
Snakes and ladders take their place. Everyone's choosing climb or pain. Snakes and ladders take their place. Everyone's choosing climb or pain. Snakes and ladders take their place. Everyone's choosing climb or pain. Everyone's choosing.
Lavender Rodriguez, how's the microphone levels? Thanks, Daddy.
Right, okay. This is probably the darkest place we'll go.
Not me making techno.
Am I making it up? Is it all in my head? Have I fabricated everything for attention? I'd rather be dead or something to dilute it. Now the demons are just unmuted. My therapist says everyone gets like this. Everyone is crashing out over running out of milk. Now they're sitting on the floor shouting at the spider cause they don't pay rent and they're living under the fridge for free. Call the suicide hotline
And they say all our lines are busy.
It's everyone's crisis.
Shit!
Try to breathe
But it's too late, it's the worst of it.
Take some rest
And now I gotta wait for them to kick in.
I don't think I'm getting away from this. Wanna leave it all behind cause this is not a way to live. Spiral in my mind, I'm afraid to admit.
What if this is all a lie? Am I faking
This
this?
is
Is called self-gaslighting.
Am I making it up? Is it all in my head? Have I fabricated everything for attention? I'd rather be dead or something to dilute it.
Now the demons are just unmuted.
Sometimes my man looks at me like I got 5 eyes. He doesn't have the words when I start talking suicide. Maybe I just wanna see if you will stay by my side. Not trying to manipulate, just got these feelings I can't hide. Am I making it up?
Hell yeah.
Is it all in my head? Have I fabricated everything for attention? I'd rather be dead or something to dilute it. Now the demons are just unmuted. Sometimes I wish I'd not survive. They say don't call it a failed attempt. That would be a lie. I'm not one to be in this life.
I don't think I'm getting away from this. Wanna leave it all behind cause this is not a way to live. Spiral in my mind, I'm afraid to admit. What if this is all a lie? I'm not taking it!
Am I making it up? Is it all in my head?
Have I fabricated everything for attention? I'd rather be dead or something to dilute it. This is
Now the
definitely
demons are just unmuted. Now the 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 demons are just unmuted.
Which one's next? Damn. Damn. I should know this, no? Maybe? Which one? Oh, yeah.
I know it's not pretty when I start to get ugly. I know it's not cute when I go on mute. I know it's kinda scary when I go inside my mind. I know there's no preparing, babe. Do you think you'll be fine if I crash out on you? Do you think you could stay next to me? Don't know what I would do if you weren't next to me. You don't know how to deal with it. You say you don't know how to deal with the monsters in my head. You don't know if you want to stay. Yeah, we had to make some space for the past yet to depart. It's taking up our bed frame, getting in between us. It started having the last say, dictating all our feelings. If I crash on you, could you just hold me closer now? I don't want try not to crash on. Could you just hold me closer now? Got these monsters in my mind. I know I got these monsters in my life, and you don't have to meet them every day. I guess just I was brought up in this way, and so you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know about the monsters in my head. You don't know if you wanna deal with it. There's three of us in this bed. There's three of us in this bed. Oh, there's three of us in this bed. There's three, and there's no room left.
I keep getting bothered by these little creatures. But maybe if I just put this barrier between me and them, then they can't get to me. Guys, it's a fucking pink wasp keeping outfit. You see what I do for you? See the lengths we go to? This is stupid.
When the sting on your finger becomes a part of you, and there's pain in the mirror, and it's not your point of view. I cry, I cry, I cry. Ask why, oh why. All this life, just don't want to die.
It's traumatizing!
Call it what it is.
Just say it, just say the words.
Call it what it is. Call it what it is.
This is him. This is his voice.
Call it what it is. Call it what it is.
We're having some costume difficulty. Right, that's it. I'm not going to be a wasp keeper. I'm going to release the wasps. So if we could all come together. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Right, I want to come together in a wasp releasing ritual, and I want to chant together 9 times. Goodbye, wasps. Can we do that? All right. And by the time you hear the next drop, the funk shall be within you. That's what we call a vocal stim. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, wasps. 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 Cut, 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 cut. Goodbye, wasps. Da, da, da. There we go.
It's the show, you don't wanna miss this. Wrapped in a bow, it's just as privilege. Can't pass till you laugh, don't attach. Look back, walk too far, slow down too fast. Gotta get back to the ha 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 ha. Relax, take your coat off, have a bath. I don't care what you do, but your face can't look like that. This is the face we turn pain to a party. Let go, it's just getting started. I'm on a leash. Like a bitch, but she looks good dancing on me. So come have a go, it's fun for everybody. We want to live our lives in peace. Someday I know that we won't breathe. So till we reach our destiny, I know a place for you and me. On the other side of life.
Woohoo! A wasp is gone.
I just wanna have a good time. No, that's too deep. Gotta get back to the hee hee ha ha. Gotta get back to the silly. I can cuckoo and kiki, so stay with me. I can take you on a ride, show you the funniest, have the hardest lives. Quick, take the next ride, a broken heart with the biggest smile. You can say I'm masquerading, you can say I play too much. I'm the part of pain that can't make way without a justice touch. This is the price I pay if I admit the hurt, they might send me away. Tower built my walls to make me safe. Hide behind this claim, I'm the part that got away. I don't wanna sit in this chair and talk about what happened to me. It's just another summer's day. Never understand, it's just a guarantee. You search my heart, no warranty. You know how much pain's in my DNA. So sorry if I wanna undertake a little comedy. All I've known is tragedy. Too little, too close, R.I.P. So please forgive me the tomfoolery. I just wanna dance and have the last laugh. Yours sincerely, JP.
Love ya. How are you feeling? You doing okay over there? Love you guys. So when I say I am, you say okay. I am. I am. I am. I am, I am, I am. Wait, it was definitely like call and response, but you'll do better next time. I am, I am, I am. I am. No, that's okay, guys. Okay. Do you know what? It's okay. You are okay, and I want you to always remember that. And when you are forgetting, listen to this song.
Hush, baby, don't want you to cry. I'm my own keeper, I'm gonna keep you tonight. Baby, let me stay by your side. Every time I leave, I let a part of me die. Some days I try to get in your skin, so I don't have to wear mine. Some days feeling alone when my focus too outside. There's still some fear when it's just me and my mind. Come too far to commit. Now only attempt to survive. Hold on by loosening my grip. I'll stay by my side, take myself by the hand. All my parts don't need to hide. These days there's less drowning, more floating on the tide. Hush, baby, I don't want you to cry. I'm my own keeper, I'm gonna keep you tonight. Baby, I need to stay by your side. Every time I leave, I let a part of me die. They say you need to love your worst parts, but I need to let you go. You see where I'm going, I have to cut you to go. I'm in a big house, marble countertop.
chandelier and pearl staircase manifesting.
There's no room for you here. Me and baby got achievements on the wall. We're just full of succeeding. You will be in the cabinet in the cellar with the demons I refuse to feed. I made all this mess so I can fix it all myself. Nobody's coming to save me. I was the one that made the map for this hell, so I'm the one who can escape free. Took a moment to get to know myself. Why, baby, all you do is cry. Now I take all the time to hold myself. Hush, baby, hear this lullaby. Hush, baby, I don't want you to cry. I am my own keeper, I'm gonna keep you tonight. Huh, baby, I need to stay by your side. Every time I leave, I let a part of me die. Hush, baby, don't want you to cry. I am my own keeper, I'm gonna keep you tonight. Huh, baby, I need to stay by your side. Every time I leave, I let a part of me die. Part of me, part of me die. Hush, part of me, part of me die. Hush, baby, part of me die. Hush, baby, part of me die, die, die.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thanks for being here. I apparently played the songs in the wrong order, but that's live, baby. That's show business, I guess. Thank you for being here and being present. This is the final song. There's 9 songs because in numerology, 9 means closing a chapter. I really did think it all through.
I'm sorry, I became everything you couldn't be. I'm sorry, you had to put all your fears on me. I'm sorry, I provoked your insecurity. I'm sorry,
Technical
I'm
difficulties.
living for myself when all you do. I'm sorry, I'm kinda not sorry, but
BPM. I don't know her.
I'm sorry,
What's going on?
I became everything you couldn't be. I'm sorry, you had to put all your fears on me. I'm sorry, I provoked your insecurity. I'm sorry, I'm living for myself when all you did was learn to breathe. I'm sorry, I'm kinda not sorry, but truly I am. I'm sorry, I seem to be ungrateful when you gave me all you can. I'm sorry, some of my behavior seems disgraceful. I think it's just the way I am. I'm sorry, sometimes the way it falls into place. It's just a master plan. It's just a master plan. It's just a master plan. Master plan. Master plan. Master plan.
much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for choosing to exist every day in a world that makes it quite difficult sometimes. Thank you for looking after yourselves. Please continue to do so. And thanks for being my people. Please may I welcome Maisie to stage. Thank you. Guys, thank you so much. That's my first EP album, EP bulbum, album, PP. It's non-binary. Little merch plug. I have merch at the back, and I will see to you after if you want some. But yeah, I've invited the most hilarious person, woman, human being of Little Hulton and beyond, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. To just like have a bit of a chat, and maybe we'll have a little bit of time if anyone else has any questions. But yeah, I have no idea what you're going to say to me, so I'm excited.
Oh, neither do I. Hiya! Say hi. I love it when people have manners. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, so as Ko was saying, my name's Maisie. Go by 6FA Maisie. I'm a poet and also just a friend. I was saying before, actually, I don't know why we know each other. I'm not sure if you remember.
I remember.
Go on.
I have autism. We met at Antwerp Mansion on the 17th. No, I'm joking. And you were selling things. And wait, this is actually such good lore. And 6 foot above Maisie, I was doing poetry, and you were like, I'd like to write some poems. When you hear her poems now, you'll be like, yeah, that is the best lore ever, because you did that shit.
I did.
You do it so good as well.
Yeah. Not me making this completely about me within the first 2 minutes. But, right, so I luckily got a little preview of the EP LPPP. All the letters, very gay vibe, innit? But I would love to ask, so being aware of you, obviously, I know you started off in poetry predominantly, but I also know the law that you did a little Herchester stint back in the day. Is that when you started working with music?
I'm shy. Lol, that's such funny lore, guys. I was in a female non-binary rap collective, if you didn't know. And yeah, I started with poetry, and then in 2021, I did this residency at Spirit Studio, shout out them, all female non-binary. And on that residency, one of the facilitators was Wanda, and she was like, oh, your poems on beat sound good, wanna rap? And I was like, probably shouldn't, but hey, let's go. And then I did. And then I was like really bad at the beginning, but then I kind of got a bit sick. But then yeah.
Gorgeous. So was music something that you'd always wanted to work towards? Like, I feel like a lot of people that write or that are passionate about music, I was like, I'd love to do that. They get in their head like it's this far-fetched thing or something, like in your bedroom when you're like kid being like, and I'd pose like this and I'd hit this step. Like, was it something you'd already, I was about to say, is it something that you ever dreamed up when you were younger?
This is such a magical question, because I literally did. I was like, I was in like year 4 singing along to Avril Lavigne like Me One Day. And then it was just like, I tried to do the classical like through school, but it was all like I'm dyslexic, and it was all like things on pages, and I was like, well, I'm rubbish at music, and I didn't think like there was a room for a dyslexic pop star, I guess. And then also like I tried to go on Britain's Got Talent when I was 12, because I thought I was a sick singer. My mum was like, you can't sing, and you know when you're 12 and then something just absolutely traumatizes you, so I was like, never sing again, right? But like she was probably right, because I was 12, and I was like, working 9 till 5, like just like that, 12. Imagine. Anyway, she was just trying to protect me from being famous. And then I was in my room like and a 5, 6, 7, 8, but I was always so shy, and that's why it took me so long. Like I did a bit of poetry, and then I got invited, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I had the maddest imposter syndrome for so long, and it's only been like recently I'm like, I'm a musician. I make music. I literally call my real musician friends that like play instruments, I'm like, real musician. But do you know what? I'm a star. Period.
So I think especially when it comes to having the dream and aspiration of wanting to not even just make music, but be some sort of public figure, creator, anything like that, one of the mental barriers to entry is not seeing yourself represented in a specific field. So, like, obviously, I know you said you listen to, like, Avril Lavigne, alternative, like, you're like, that's as alternative as it gets in the charts. But did you find that, or do you think potentially that part of your imposter syndrome might come from feeling underrepresented in the space that you were trying to get into?
No, definitely, because I definitely wanted to be like a mini Avril Lavigne. But I was just like, well, that's very American, isn't it? I think even just being British is like an underrepresentation in the music industry. Like, shout out Charlie XCX and Pink Panthers, but but they took a minute. And even that is like, we're just like a small little island where, it definitely was a thing. I've never actually considered that, but like, yeah.
I love, like, the notion of, obviously, Britain is a small little island, but it's funny, innit, considering the obnoxiousness of it all. Like Britain has small people syndrome. Like, it's just like, guys, please. But there is so much talent here, and I also think that, assuming, are you working class? Half and half. We can work with that. As I say, there's other barriers to entry that level it out, so we're fine. We're on the same page. I feel like there's a lot of creativity that comes from lack of resource. And if you're in a specific dynamic or space, like I said, where you feel like there's barriers to entry, lack of resources or facilities for you to explore a certain field, it forces you to be really creative. Because you're like, well, I don't necessarily know how to do this thing the quote-unquote right way, so I'm just going to bodge it and see what happens. And I think that your music has such a, like, it's so you. It's so you, like, I like could hear the start of the song and go, yeah, okay, I was probably on that. Like, and I think that comes from having a curiosity without having the formal education to go, this is how you make a song. So I don't know if you feel like that resonates with you at all, or if you've got any thoughts, like, regarding that. What a question, really.
No, that's so true. I think just, like, resources is really true. Like, being northern, like, I'm from a tiny town that is near Stoke-on-Trent, and it's like the bus is once an hour, and I would get the train to Manchester and Stockport, but like to go to gigs, and there was just like no one even there. Like, never mind making things. And then like, because I'm doing this electronic pop thing, it's a really like interesting route, because I feel like there's a lot of grassroots spaces for like rap and even like the jazz that's going on downstairs. But then the like pop is like, is it all industry plants? I don't know. But yeah, being outside of London is definitely a massive thing. And also I think as well, just like my learning style, like part imposter syndrome, part I was like, music's not for me, part I'm the autism guys, the dyslexia, like just learning things is hard. And like, I think also being what they call AFAB, like growing up as a quote-unquote girl, it's like you kind of ostracized from being allowed to spend loads of time on your own in your room, because you like need to like learn how to have friends and be a social creature, and it's like harder to be an introvert. Maybe, guys, does anyone relate? Right? What's that about? Make some friends. So there's so many things.
Yeah. I would say, I was having a conversation about this before, talking about the difference in community in different parts of the country. I don't know if you've lived in other parts of the country or performed elsewhere or anything like that, but I always say the thing is about Manchester, not a lot of people leave it, but everyone moves here, don't you? Everyone moves here. Like, I think it's one of the few places where people from Manchester, from Salford, will go to uni here and they'll stay here. Everyone else goes to uni here, and then they stay here as well. Like, and anyone else you speak to who went to uni in other parts of in other parts of the country will go, oh, I can't wait to get back, because it's not the same. It's not the same. And I think there are such strong pockets of community in the Manchester scene, and particularly in the queer Manchester scene, that I feel like, this is not a statement. This is not a question. This is just a statement. I seen your come up. I have noticed how well you've been like kept by your community. I will see the same people sharing things, making artwork for you, like, and in the trajectory that you've had, starting from Herchester all those years ago, I have like noticed it's the same people that turn up and they bring people and they bring more people, and each time things kind of grow and you get all these new opportunities. And here comes a question. How does it feel, especially with this project coming from such a raw place and a place of isolation, alienation, like feeling untethered? Like, how does it feel now to like be able to look at this room full of people and feel so kept by them?
You're really good at questions. I think, yeah, a lot of people have joined me on this journey, this life journey, this music journey at different stages, and everyone's been aware to some extent of my mental struggles. And there's been moments where I've like not replied I'm like trying to not look people in the eyes. There's moments I've crashed out on people and yous have still like taken me and held me. So it's almost like this project comes to the people that have supported me close to my life, like as no surprise. But it almost feels like really special and beautiful that we can all be here and like release the Wasps together. And maybe didn't know we would ever get here, but we are here, and that's amazing.
Honestly, it's such it's one of the crazy things about art in general is especially creating it in such a like specific pocket of time that's so charged, and like again having the privilege to have a preview of the project and listen to it and like familiarize myself with it. I have known you in a stretch of time where you've been like growing and changing a lot, and in my head I'm like, well, that's just like sunny little diva, like, and I know from conversations with you that it like has come from a place of so much work, but to be able to work so hard to make something soft is such an impressive skill and such an impressive feat. And I think what a privilege it is again for all of us, like as your mates and even just in general, to have like access to witness that change and that process and that growth. Is there anything that you'd like to say to other creatives, other artists that might have made a project like this, or have like, you know, gone through such a big transition from making a project to releasing it, about what that experience is like?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I want to speak on the fact that with everything going on in the world globally, it can feel really self-indulgent and kind of, how do I say this without being really 18 plus? Self-like of yourself. Read, can anyone yeah, I'll tell you later. But like it can feel like making art in this horrific time can feel very like icky and why am I so obsessed with myself? But actually, guys, I'm going to get spiritual on you. If you like tap into the fact that we are all one, and if you do your best to work on yourself, like this EP is a release of all this stuff that I've been working so hard and devoted myself to, this self-care and self-love. And whilst it sounds really individual, it's like I can now demonstrate that it's possible because we are all one. And so if one person can do it, anyone can do it. Because there's no like more or less, it's just, you know, we're just trying our best. Not me rhyming. And so for anyone who's making art, whether it's like this or not, like if we just put a little bit more time into these positive, amazing things that we love, and like I really believe in like energy and intention, and if we just radiate our love into our things, even if they're sad things, like that love will radiate. Yes, the nods, yay. And just, it's not just about, it can feel selfish, but it's actually helping others inadvertently. And then I actually have a little like digi ebook coming out. It's £6 if you get it tonight. It's coming out on the 14th of June, I think it says over there. It's the Gemini new moon, guys. It's all about the stars, and it's a real like deep dive into how I created this process, how I worked with Grim, and the process of like healing, I guess, and some skills I've learned along the way. One of the merch items is a little wasp care kit, and it's like self-care, right? It's adorable. And it has a wasp on, and it has wasp care on, and there's like little bubbles to blow, just to like calm your breathing down. And there's a little essential oil if you just need to ground some smells. And there's an ice pack, so if you put that on your face, it'll like bring you down. It's just in those moments of like, you know? Anyone ever get like that? So the wasp care kit, And that's actually like a DBT skill. It's called self-soothe with your senses. Shout out DBT, the best therapy. Yeah, so I did a question about other people, about myself. Eek. But yeah, make your things, keep making your things. If you have gone through anything like this, like I swear, I was literally like, I said this to Graham, I was like, I've got a project, these are the titles, this is what I'm going to make, you make it sound good. And once I've done, it's done. And I was in therapy at the same time, it's not all just the magic of intention. But I was like, oh my gosh, the project's finished. And it was like this weight had been lifted, and it really is to speak of wasps, to scar their stings. Yeah, and not just hide them. Thank you.
I think to go back to what you were saying as well about making art and it feeling like quite self-indulgent or, you know, self-gesture. I think that's something that I talk a lot about in my poetry, which you always encourage me to do, is remembering what you do things for is such an important thing. And there is so much power in talking about all the things that are going on in the world, but there's also a lot of power in talking about why it's wrong or what we can aspire for or what there's like, what more there is to life and the gorgeousness of it all. And I think that that is part of where your production comes in, I think, in the process, in that I love to write, for example, about my neighbours, because as much as, you know, there are some people that are so articulate and they can talk about the goings on in the world with such confidence and specificity. I can't, but I can talk about how much I love my neighbours and how much I love my community and my family and my friends and the things that make me feel like safe or validated or happy. And they're the things I fight for. You don't always have to talk about the fight or what's going on outside, even if it's an internal fight with yourself that's going to encourage you to go out there and fight for more things. You know, it's the idea that you can't fill anyone else's cup if yours is empty. And I think, like I said, with your production, I think there is so much joy in it, and there's such an encouragement to like move. Like whenever I was listening to it, I was just sat there on the bus like wriggling, and I just thought like that's so in your spirit, like quite a like kinetic person. Do you know what I mean? And I just think you're such a little like wiggler, and I think the juxtaposition of that is so curious. Is it something that when you go into a project you think like, I want it to speak this way but sound this way, or anything like that?
Yeah, that's such a great question. 100%. And my actual journey with production has been interesting. I was on this course called Equalised Music Production. It's for women, non-binary people. Always shout out, that's also like gender resource. What the heck? Being like the only femme or woman or non-binary in a room of men, and you're like, right! No, my sister here is literally on a uni course and she's the only girl. Like, where? Anyway, sorry, not me to like out you to the room. Anyway, but it's real. It's like, oh, okay. And then especially when you get into like engineering or like the other jobs, yeah, make women in STEM again. Femmes in STEM, NBs in STEM. And that didn't answer your question. My production style, I started on that course, and it was quite funny because I was like in my little rap on grime era, but grime and hyperpop have like, they're friends. They're actually like, yeah, they hold hands. And so it was quite an easy like transition over. But when I really got into making, like doing production myself, because I've grown up in raves. What was I doing in those raves? All this dance music to escape my feelings. But yeah, because I grew up in raves, it was very natural that I was like drawn to sounds of dance music, and then I liked the structure of pop rather than club, and then this thing hyper pop came to me, and then I was like, oh, it's an actual thing, and then actually went in that way, because I was really like organically just like, oh, what sounds do I like? Beep boop, beep boop. But it was very much like Mario Kart. I play a lot of games as well, so that also sounds like you can hear it in some of my old stuff. The nods in the room. Anyway, and it's, yeah, and I think because I loved rap because it was so like, oh, you might get energy, and then I love hyperbox. It's like beep boop, beep boop, boop, and that's kind of like me in one. And so, yeah, it is meant to be reflective. And also, it's such a heavy, if you just read the words, project. I was like, Grim, come in, Grim. Grim's an incredible producer. He has a set on after this. And also, yeah, you can come chat. Yeah. Make some noise for Graham. When I say co-produced, I was like, here's my ideas, here's some buttons, now you make it good. Like, he basically carried it 90%, not gonna lie, but yeah. And do you want to say anything about the production of this project? Yeah, we can do that as well. But yeah, and then I just wanted it high energy because, yeah, I wanted you to move. And the magical thing about Grim, I'm going to plug you now, is he has this thing called International, and it's very like world, sounds from all around the world, and it's all about shaking Nyash. And right in the title, in the name, respectfully shaking. And just like, I wanted that. I wanted the international. So I was like, right, really sad project, shake it, shake it. Yeah.
So how did you two actually begin working together? Or is this...
Do you want to answer?
Yeah.
Me and Ko have just known each other for quite a while. And yeah, we just constantly said we were gonna work.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've just went through a mausoleum at the moment, and I've just ended up we've just had a lot of time and just been working throughout that. And it's cool because obviously the project we're working on, it's very fitting for me to be able to work on it right now. Let me just say, basically.
Gorgeous, thank you. And I think, has there been, with you saying it's fitting for you now, and obviously the projects from your past, has there been like quite a healing process for you going through this like creation together?
Yes. Yes, there has been. Obviously, to be honest, still going through the healing, let's say. So, yeah, but it's interesting. Obviously, my birthday is tomorrow.
Oh God.
I don't think she even, when she was dropping this, I don't think she even like planned for that. Do you get me in it? But it was, it's interesting in it. Like I think it's cool. Those kind of synchronicities, they're interesting. I like them for real. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Oh, stunning. Have you got any well, sure. I was gonna say, have you got plans to work together again in future? Surely you do. Surely you do after that project. It sounds like you have such good like chemistry in terms of like producing. You have such complementary sounds. Like when it came to the production aspect of it, did you make it with KO in mind a lot? Yeah. And what are those like words or those thoughts when you're producing something for KO? What runs around in your head?
What do we say? We say like we're trying to do cutesy, innit? Yeah, silly. Yeah, silly. What's it called? We get like a lot of like dreamy, fairy kind of sounds, them kind of things, innit? Yeah, that.
Yeah. And for you personally, obviously, like we said, like the writing element of it is a lot like heavier. Like, do you think applying the sounds that you do to the content that you write affects the way that you approach, you know, any of these like feelings or experiences going forward after a track is made? Because like you said, once you read the words, you're like, God, like it's a bit heavy, and then when you listen to it and you can dance to it, does it like affect the way you approach it?
Yeah, that was actually crucial in this process because I have a couple songs that are like real sad, and I was performing them live, and I was like, every time. And so with this, because I was like, right, I am going to release it publicly because it is for someone else now. And I was like, well, how am I going to say it? Like, I want to die. Now the demons are just unmuted. I'm like, again? So, yeah, I like needed it to be fun and playful to counteract that for sure. Like, words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. And I didn't want to just keep spelling this, like, painful thing, and I just like say to myself before, I'm like, these are words of the past, but they're for someone else to help them now. Yeah.
I think it was Labi Sifri that said that a project or a piece of art isn't complete until you've passed it over to an audience and give them the chance to respond to it. And I think everyone responded to it quite well. Did we all enjoy it? Gorgeous. Well, I think that rounds out our time, Diva. So thank you very much for having me. And can we make some more noise for these two, please? Gorgeous. Thank you.
Thank you so much, 6 foot above Maisie. You absolute icon. I couldn't have thought of better questions. Thank you. You really did your homework. I'll just take, because we have a tiny bit of time, If there's any questions from the audience, guys, I'm on Radio Live, so someone make one up. I can't have none. When's the next? Wow. Bro, I just gave birth. When's the next baby? I barely got rid of this baby fat. Damn, I get in the gym, I guess. No, actually, it's on the 19th of August. It's called Sentimental. And it's kind of the same realm of like letting the past go. Had too many songs for one project. But it's specifically about being an addict. Don't do drugs, kids. Get sober. It'll save your life. But that's August. You can come to the next one, I guess. Yeah. Is there any other questions, friends? Who's my biggest musical inspiration? Grim. No. Maybe locally. You're definitely an inspiration. My biggest? It might be Kesha, guys. Is that embarrassing? It's so embarrassing. I'm just a basic bitch. Is there any others before we have a Goji set from Grim?
How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Do you want the honest answer? So I've already started like telling myself in my brain what didn't go right. I know, but I'm actually the number one important. But do you know what? It makes you better. But it's not a good place to be. The number one emotion is gratitude. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for everyone here, everyone that's here live. I want to do like ASMR. Can you? And yeah, I just thank you so much for being here. Gratitude's the number one thing. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Why am I queuing your songs for you? Which one is it? Oh. Ah, there you go.